Chickens! Chapter 2. Previously on the Fugitive Chickens.
Chapter 2. A New Friend.
The chef was walking around the chickens, looking at them suffering. The chef laughed.
Ha ha ha! The true VIP will come here tomorrow eating you two chickens. It will taste just like the chicken you wanted to eat.
Zany whispered to Riotus.
Oh my god, this guy is so annoying.
Riotus whispered.
Yes, I know. We have to get out of here before we're dinner.
The chef went out of the room. The chickens were using their beaks to destroy the ropes. They broke the ropes and fell to the cauldron. Zany said,
Do you know that we are in the cauldron?
Riotus screamed.
Oh no! I'm being fried! My beautiful world! Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Riotus fell unconscious. Zany woke him up and Riotus said,
God, is that you? Am I in the heavens?
Zany replied,
No, Riotus, it's me, Zany. The chef forgot to make the cauldron on fire.
Riotus stood up and said,
Man, don't they ever think?
They jumped out of the cauldron. They went out of the kitchen. They were now in the eating place. They hid under a table. The chef was going to bring the VIPs food, but he didn't find the chickens in the kitchen. He had a very big frown growing on his face. He asked a waiter to tell the VIP to wait. The chef was searching everywhere for the two mischievous chickens. An hour had passed. The VIP left saying that the restaurant was the worst and he gave it 1 star. The chef cried very loudly in the kitchen. After some time, the two chickens woke up. Zany yawned and said sleepily,
Where are we?
Zany looked at Riotus. Riotus mumbled something while sleeping.
Mommy, where are you? Look at me eating this pepperoni pizza.
Zany shook Riotus and woke him up. Zany said confused,
Riotus, you are allergic to pepperoni.
They were casually walking to the exit until the chef saw them and grew a big frown. Another chase scene happened. They had run and run, not noticing that they had reached the border of China. A raccoon came out of the garbage can and guarded them. He shouted to the chef not to make another move. The chef surrendered and groaned. Chicken said,
Why is the chef afraid of you?
The raccoon replied,
Once upon a time, I was a starving orphan and I was living in America. I thought only a lasagna with extra cheese on it and maybe some fries with some masala and a little more salt, and maybe for dessert a chocolate fudge cake with a cherry and sprinkles would satisfy my hunger. I smelled the same thing I was thinking. I flew with my nose towards the lovely scent coming from India. I was closing my eye, just waiting for my teeth to sink into all the delicious food. I reached my destination, this 5-star restaurant. I ran inside to get all the food. Everyone was screaming. I was in the kitchen and eating all the food. The chefs tried to hit me with a broom, but they should have known that my teacher used to hit me with brooms many times, so now I've got used to it. I thought maybe a ground might scare them away, so it did. After that, the chefs became scared. All the chefs ran away. Then I smelled something from China. It was a beautiful bowl of spicy ramen noodles and a plate of dumplings. I flew to the smell. But when I went there, I realized that it was one of my habits of smelling people think of food, and that's how I'm in China.
When he finished talking, he saw that the chickens had fallen asleep. All of the 3 animals were sleepwalking in India. They walked to a clothes shop and stole some clothes. The shopkeeper shouted,
What are you doing?
The shopkeeper was chasing them. They ran to a police station. The police shouted, What nonsense is going on at 10 p.m.? The shopkeeper was about to say that the animals stole his clothes, but Ryota said while sleeping,
We are here to know why are you so stupid? I demand an answer.
Zany smirked.
You should quit your job because it's better for you to be food instead of destroying this police station.
The raccoon mocked.
You guys are trash. Your brother is trash. Your sister is trash. Your teacher is trash. Your friends are trash. And even you are trash.
Of course, another chase scene began. They ran to the 5-star restaurant, which is now a 1-star restaurant. The animals were in front of a waiter. The animals threw the food that the waiter was carrying to the shopkeeper and the police while the animals were sleeping. The chef saw the animal and said,
Well, if it isn't the VIP's dinner.
His voice made the animals wake up. The animals and the chef had a hard stare at each other. A tumbleweed went between them. The shopkeeper whispered to the police,
This is getting awkward. Let's get out of here. By the way, do you want to hang out?
The police said, A donut and a fresh mug of coffee would be jolly good. And they went away. The animals ran away screaming. The chef said disappointedly,
Oh, come on! Why are you ruining the book? Why not be a little more dramatic?
I said, The author says that to happen, so don't deny it. So the chef went away disappointed. They were running and running. But for some reason, the raccoon separated from the chickens and wasn't going to steal a car from a shopkeeper and a police officer chatting and eating donuts with a fresh mug of coffee. Ha ha ha, wink. The chickens were confused, but they just kept on running until a car that had the raccoon in it. That was not originally from a shopkeeper and a police officer chatting and eating donuts with a fresh mug of coffee. The raccoon said awesomely,
Wanna drive?
The chickens went inside the car and asked the raccoon,
Do you know how to drive this thing?
The raccoon replied calmly while crashing.
Relax, I've been in the city for ages.
Zenny said joyfully,
Forget about that, Manor. I think the chef is no more on our tail.
Ryota said confused.
Zany? Chickens don't have tails, right?
Suddenly, they saw the chef beside the car window on a skateboard. They all screamed,
Ah!